Hi Aquarius, welcome to your month ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share and hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, thank you so much for all of your continued support. It truly means the world. If you would like to book a personal tarot reading with me, you can do so on the website addressed below. And if you haven't seen it yet, your 2019 forecast is up and out there for your viewing pleasure. And the numerology project is finished. So whatever your life path number is, there is a video for you. If you don't know your life path number, there is a video to help you calculate your life path number. So go and check it out. With that said, I would like to bless all of my decks with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's have a look what December 2018 has in store for us. Say us because I am a sun sign Aquarian, as many of you know by now. That one seems to want to jump out, so I'll wait to see what it is. Why not? I'll get it out. So the Empress card. So before we start this, I just want to say, whatever you celebrate, whatever holidays or festivities you are into or aligned with, I truly hope you have an amazing one and it is a blessed time. So your actions and your interactions, we get the Empress, and the Empress is about fruitful times. It's about beauty. It's about love, but ultimately it's about surrounding ourselves with the right things and the right people. It's about creating effectively what we would call a protective and fertile environment. So this kind of feels to me like you are cultivating a social group. You're cultivating your social network. In the month of December, obviously, you know, there's invites aplenty and there's loads of different things going on, but it feels to me like Aquarius is reaching out for those people that are going to have, or rather you're reaching out for bonds that have some sort of longevity behind them. With the Empress card, it's about you creating a group or socializing or interacting with a group of people that you really feel like is, you know, is kinship. It's kind of like these people are going to facilitate your growth, and ultimately this is about you finding out what you truly have to offer. You know, this is Aquarius tapping into what really makes them an Aquarius, what it is that they can offer a group. It really feels to me as well you're aligning with something or someone brand new. So December is going to be a really exciting month because it feels to me like it brings people into the fold, and who better than Aquarius, you know, like we're all about people. And with the Empress card there as well, especially in your actions and your interactions, this is about you creating the right social circle. It's about aligning yourself, and it feels very much to me this is about energy. So the month of December, you are going to be really paying attention to who drains you and who builds you up. The month of December, you're really going to be tapping into the types of people and the types of bond that you want in your life. And you will be asking yourself, do I feel good around these people? Are they creating in me and in my world the things that I want, the things that I need? And you know, you'll be asking yourself this stuff on a really deep fundamental level, which is really, really exciting. You know, it puts us in a good stead for building a proper network around ourselves. So your money and your materials in the month of December, let's have a look. Okay, so you've got the Six of Pentacles. So this is interesting because, sorry, it's a new deck. I am still getting used to it. I know I've had it a couple of months now, but I am still, sometimes when I see the pictures, I'm a bit like, ooh. So the Six of Pentacles is basically saying, look, in terms of your money and your materials, this is about you getting balance. This is about you finding some sort of balance. I kind of feel for a lot of you, you're going to be more about, although you're very much about the spirit of giving in the month of December, you're not about giving excessively and you're not about receiving excessively. It kind of feels to me like you're getting more sensible about your finances in December. You're really starting to think to yourself, what do I want from my future and what am I going to need in the way of resources in order to achieve that. So, you know, December's a month where Aquarius gets really real about their finances. And I don't know about you, but I know certainly in previous years I've just been quite willy-nilly with money and thrown it at different things and different people, because it's like, oh, well, you know, it's coming up to the holidays or the festivities or whatever, and I'll just, and I say that because I don't know what you guys celebrate. I no longer celebrate Christmas in the traditional sense, so I'm just doing that and sort of being or leaving it as open as possible. But I know in previous years, like I said, I've just kind of thrown money at everything, and I kind of feel like this year it's about being more sensible. This year it's about being not necessarily more tame, but it's about being, like I said, one, about being more sensible, and two, about really saying to yourself, okay, you know what, if I'm gonna give, I'm gonna give something that is worth it. If I'm gonna receive, I'm gonna make sure that I receive it in the best way. It's about really finding that balancing act between, you know, what is excessive and just for the sake of it, and what really has an air of quality to it. You know, and the fact that this falls next to the Empress, this is about you laying fertile ground now for your own finances, for your own financial wealth, health and prosperity. And this is you really asking yourself, what do I need? And more importantly, how can I connect with the right people in order to bring what I would like in my life into my life? So your communications with the world at large. Let's have a look. You've got the Three of Cups. I mean, you couldn't really ask for much more than that, especially in the month of holidays, as they say, because this is about, it's about happy communication, fun communication. It's about people coming together. This feels to me, I want to say this to a lot of you. I know usually Aquarians are really overtly sociable and all the rest of it, but I kind of feel like that's gone through a dip. And you know what, it feels very much to me like you're saying to yourself, oh, you know, you're questioning certain bonds, you're questioning certain relationships and certain interactions that you have. And up until now, you've really been questioning it. Any reunions that seem to want to happen, that want to build bridges over the course of December, go. You've got nothing to lose, but you've got everything to gain. The Three of Cups is a beautiful card because it talks about harmonious communication, it talks about fun times, it talks about enjoyment, it talks about reunions, but in the best way. And it feels very much with the Six of Pentacles there as well. Not only could this be lucrative for you in some way, shape or form, but it could also end up building a connection that that ends up sort of restoring your financial health in some way, shape or form, which is really exciting. I don't, you know, I'm not sure how that will shape up for everybody, but it kind of feels like there are conversations to be had around money, around finance, around making more money, around, you know, possibly even around work. But there are reunions that will take place, there are people coming together, and there are ultimately just really good, happy times to be had in the month of December if you're willing and able to get out of your shell just a little bit. Like I said, you know, usually Aquarius are, you know, totally social butterflies, but it kind of feels like you've closed that down somewhat this year. It's been a bit more of a pensive and a bit more internally lived year. I know it has for me because I'm in a personal year number 7, and it's been very, very deeply about self-analyzation, introspection and stuff. So it's nice to see that, because I feel like now actually it's gonna, you know, December will be a month where I can have that interaction and that fun and, you know, that vibrancy. I can start to get some of that back, which is wonderful. So your heart and half, or your personal relationships, you've got the Justice card. So for those of you that are single, this feels very much to me like you might be choosing to realign yourself with an ex-partner. You might be hearing from them, you might be hearing from somebody that you used to be romantically linked with. Why? The Justice card is about making choices and decisions. The Three of Cups is about something that comes back. It's about a reunion of sorts. So it looks like some of you are taking a little trip down memory lane that could be quite exciting and fruitful. For those of you that are partnered and coupled, it really just suggests that you're just going to be about your partner partner this month. You're just going to be about your little bubble. It's almost like you're choosing harmony. And I feel for a lot of you that might have had rocky patches as well, for, you know, those of us Aquarians that have had that kind of tumultuous experience, let's say, it really feels like you're not only getting your balance back, but you're finding the peace and the harmony. And it's just going to be a time of, you know, ultimately a really gushy time of love, of light, of happiness, of really getting back to what is fun and enjoyable about your relationship. In terms of family as well, I kind of feel like for a lot of us, we might be playing mediator under some of the transits that have just taken place, and the fact that I think everybody's going to be exhausted by the time Christmas Day actually comes. It feels very much to me like there will be conversations taking place, and because you are present, you will be able to do this whole balancing act between people. You'll be able to say, well, actually it might have come across like that, but what they actually mean is this. I kind of feel like we're going to be taking a lot of the sharp edges off of some of the tough conversations that might be taking place around the dinner table. So that should be fun. Right, so your first card out for the first week of December, you got the Wheel of Fortune right underneath the Empress. This is great because, like I said, it kind of feels to me like there are new things shaping up for you in December, Aquarius. It really feels, for us, it feels like new people. It also feels like there might be a mentor figure coming in, because the thing is, the Wheel of Fortune represents Jupiter, right? Jupiter is, you know, Lord of philosophy, of higher learning, of expansion and growth. And it kind of feels, you know, and the Empress is expansion and growth in terms of you know, the physical aspect, or you know, in terms of fertility and representing all things that are fertile. And it feels to me like somebody's taking you under their wing in the first week of December. Like you might be aligning yourself with a group or a person, or you might align yourself with a group, and somebody says, actually, you know what, you're all right, like, you know what, I want to look after you, or I want to teach you something. So a mentor figure, or somebody that kind of facilitates some of your learning, could be coming in for you in the first week of December, which is great. And like I said, it feels like you are definitely making moves. You're treading ground that you haven't tread before in December, Aquarius. Second week of December, you've got the World card. This is beautiful. So our traditional ruler Saturn represents this card. The World card is about mastering up. It's about leveling up. And you know, underneath the Six of Pentacles, this really feels to me like some sort of karmic debt is going to be repaid. If you have waited to hear somebody give you an apology for a long time, if you have, you know, sat back and let people be a certain way and thought, you know, one day that wrong will be righted. The second week of December could very well be that week. Underneath the Six of Pentacles, the World card, it wraps something up and it balances the universal karmic scales, because the Six of Pentacles is always a karmic debt repaid, sometimes a physical debt. So for those of you that are owed money or owed something, you know, in your belief or in your feelings, the second week of December could see you really having that experience of having the energy or the materials, I guess, returned to you. The third week of third week of December, you got the Tower card. So there might well be difficult conversations. And you know, the interesting thing is, the image that I have in my mind is we're sat around a dinner table and people are having some quite spiky words with each other. And we're sat there, a glass of vino in our hand, big smile on our face, and just kind of watching it play out. And you know, one of the things that I've always believed is sometimes the things that really bug the shit out of you about people that you love and care about are actually the things that you come to love them for. As an example, I probably shouldn't tell you this, but as an example, I have a tendency to leave my towel after I've used it from the bathroom, wherever, and I know it bugs the shit out of my partner, but when I don't do it, you know, or if I wasn't here for a while, that would be one of the things that was missed. And that's what I'm saying. So I kind of feel like, although there might be some spiky conversations taking place around the dinner table during the festivities, I actually feel like a part of that will be what makes it for you. Not to say that you're addicted to the drama or anything like that, but it just feels very much like it's not all going to be as serious as it seems. I think everybody's going to have a thread of humor running through the things that they want to say, you know, and yeah, I don't know, I do have a really good feeling about it. And then finally, the 4th week of December, the last week of the year, let's have a look. You got the Fool card. This is you know, this is our card. This represents, aside from the Star card, this represents the sign of Aquarius, you know, because it represents the world stage. You know, it represents Uranus and the blessing energy. Underneath the Justice card, this is about us really committing to this new phase of our lives. With the World card there, that's about the closing, the finishing. Something comes to a finite end in December, for real. And then with the Fool card there, right in the last week of December, this is about a brand new era, a brand new cycle. When we step into 2019, Aquarius, we will be living a brand new life. And I personally am really excited about this, because the Fool card brings new things, new places, new people, new experiences, new outlooks and perspectives on life. And some of this stuff, when you see the Fool card, as much as you can read into it with the cards around it, you'll never really be able to pinpoint it exactly, because a lot of it's the universe giving you a grand reset button. It's giving you something completely new to see who you are now. And that's really, really exciting. I really feel like December's going to be a great month for us, actually. And then finally, our key to the month. Oh, wow. You get the Fool card. Look at that. I mean, that's absolutely amazing. And this is exactly it. I kind of feel like December is going to be a grand month where you not only forge bonds with people that, you know, really facilitate your forward and upward momentum, but ultimately this is about you you're not just closing off the year, you're closing off a big cycle in your life. You're about to take a huge leap forward and a huge step upward, Aquarius. And all you're being asked to do is grant the universe some faith. You know, have faith, not just in the universe, but in yourself. And with the Fool card as the key to the month, this is saying just roll with it. Whatever happens, roll with it. Whatever is said, go with it. I kind of feel, you know, like I said, I just feel like Aquarius is going to be literally the water bearer. You're just going to have your drink in your hand the whole month through, and you'll be smiling, and no matter how surprising things might get, I kind of feel like we're just going to ride it out. This is going to be a really great month. Let me know how it shapes up for you in the comments. I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Please have an amazing holiday, festive season. Celebrate to your heart's content. Welcome every new person and experience into your life, and realign with the ones that it feels right to go back to. And ultimately, I hope you have an amazing new year. Take care, and I'll see you very soon for more videos. All the best.